this Saturday night takes on the undefeated Jaron Ennis live on Showtime. Chris, what's happening today?
My man, it's a good day to have a good day.
You know what? It's a great way to think about it. I never thought
There we
about
go.
that. So we're a couple days out from this big fight against Jaron Boots Ennis, fighter I've known a long time. I'm in Philadelphia. I've known Jaron since he was a young kid. What are your first of all your thoughts on the fight before we get into him and everything else? What are your thoughts on the fight? We're about 48 hours away.
You know what? I'm excited. If you ask me how do I feel, I am excited to have the opportunity to go up against Jerron because how everyone talks about him, everyone speaks highly of him, and you know what? I'm excited that I get to be on Showtime. I mean, it's a massive opportunity.
So what are your thoughts on Jaron Ennis? He's
Yeah,
obviously there's been a lot of written about him. He's the next big thing of boxing. I'm sure you've read all the websites and so forth. What are your thoughts on him as a
yeah,
fighter?
absolutely, absolutely. You know what? 26-0, 24 knockouts. I think he's a phenomenal talent. I think he's young and he's going to make a big noise in the boxing world. Um, yeah, he's exciting. He's strong. He's quick. He's I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. That's one thing. But I also know that I'm very experienced. That I've been in there with some tough guys, and I'm a veteran. So I don't see on his record that he's fought anyone on my level. So I'm excited to see when I'm able to get him past that 6 rounds to see what he's got, man. We'll speak after the fight and I will tell you all about it. But I'm excited to see why everyone is talking so highly about him.
How do you compare him? Obviously, you fought a young fighter now by name of Errol Spence before. When you look at the tape, which I'm sure you've
Yeah.
scouted, you scouted Spence before you fought him, and you scouted Boots before you fought him. How do they compare? Just looking up just on the tape, leading up before the fight.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I think from the looks of it, it looks like Boots is more exciting.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
and yeah, no, he's a real talent.
um. A lot of what's written about this fight lean up is Chris Van Heerden is the guy who's going to push Boots for the first time in his career, or push Jaron Ennis for the first time in his career. Is that something that I don't know? You get offended by that, or because they're not
No,
because they're not picking you to win, they're picking you to maybe
yeah,
last some rounds
no,
and
I was about to say that no one is giving me a shot in this fight. So less pressure on me, right?
yeah.
Like no one is giving me a shot, anyways. So all I can do is go out there and convince everyone differently. So no pressure on me, and 26, no, 24 knockouts, and I'm the guy that's saying that's okay. Chris is finally the guy that's going to push him. Well, that's saying something good about me. It's but you know, I come from South Africa. I've been in America for this will be a fight 11. I'm 9 out of 10 in America. This will be fight 11. No one really ever gave me a shot to get to this point, and I'm here, and that's just to finally say that I'm a former world champion. I'm a former IBO welterweight world champion. If you look at my record, I've beaten some real credible fighters, and I've done that all in South Africa. Winning the title in front of my home crowd. And I came to America telling because if you know me, you will know that I get a kick out of life if I can inspire kids. If I can stand in front of a room and tell kids, "Yo, you can do it." I get a kick out of that. And to finally I told everyone I will go to America and I will find my way in a world title fight again, and on a huge platform. I'm finally here. It's an IBO welterweight world title, a title I consider a world title, and it's in America on Showtime. It's pretty awesome, man.
Have you thought about? And I know you're not looking past him, obviously, but have you thought about what a win would do for your career in terms of the things that would be opening up for you?
I beat Ennis. I want to say my life changes completely. Like I beat Ennis, I become a superstar in the sense of, oh, my next fight is a superstar. Like I beat Ennis, people will look at me differently. They will respect me, but the world is my oyster if I get past Ennis.
The welterweight division, like you said, the world is your oyster. This fight's on Showtime. That has alignment, with PBC and obviously with Spence and Porter and Garcia and so forth. Keith Thurman. I can keep going on and on and on. You see yourself right in the middle of that, huh?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. Let's come on. Two-time champion of the world, two-time IBO champion of the world, and with Jaron Ennis on my record and Spence, I'm there.
What will it mean for the people down South Africa be watching this fight? Obviously, this is
yes. My people back home is very excited because the South African is back in the big. I remember as a kid waking up and watching Francois Botha fighting Mike Tyson and Corey Sanders fighting Klitschko brothers. I had and Philip Ndu fighting Floyd Mayweather. I had role models, and we woke up. And my people back home hasn't had that in years, and finally they have that again. They have a South African on a huge platform. Everyone is excited. I'm excited because I can finally share my story. I can finally go out there, stand in front of the school kids, and share my story on how I got what it took for me to get this far, and inspire them because I was never supposed to get this far. I'm one of 7 boys. All my brothers are way bigger than me, way stronger than me. I was a scared little kid. I got bullied. No one ever expected me except my dad. My dad was my biggest fan. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here because I wanted to quit so many times. But every time I would think of that, my dad would remind me how much he believed in me. And I can do these interviews 20 times and I still get a lump in my throat. But I gave up 5 years of a relationship with my best friend, my father, chasing this crazy dream of this moment. And so many people would think it was like, give it up. But the one man that truly believed in me and that told me, never pack your bags, don't you dare come home, was my dad. And I lost my dad 2 years ago. We all know he got murdered 2 years ago in South Africa. And I went through a phase where I blamed myself for missing out on 5 years of a physical relationship with my dad for chasing this crazy dream. And to finally be able to say, Dad, I'm here. I just wish he was still alive to see it. Yeah.
I honestly, you're choking me up a little bit because I can relate a little bit. My father passed away, and he worked in sports, and to see me work in sports, I've covered fights all over the world and broadcasted fights. I'm with you on
sorry.
that. No, I'm with you on that, and I can speak to that. And he's definitely proud of you. And on Saturday night, you're definitely gonna, I think, feel that on Saturday night. Just one question, just getting back to the fight. You're on a 5-fight winning streak. Confidence level. I mean, it's probably an all-time high going into this fight, being that you've won 5 fights in a row against a decent competition as well.
You know what? I've asked for this. Every time someone puts someone in front of me, I've proven now that if you talk about, I think Ennis is a elite fight level, like elite level fighter. He's going to be a champion. I believe he's that level. And when you put anyone against me on a level below Ennis or Spence or whoever, I come out victorious. So I've been begging for bigger fights and because I beat the ones they put in front of me. And so I'm confident. I feel good. I really do feel good. I feel. Do I wish I had 8 weeks? Everyone, obviously. But I made the best with what was given to me. And being a professional fighter, this is my job. So it's my responsibility to always be in good shape because it's my job. It's like you have a job, you show up, I got to show up. And I'm always in good shape. I'm never out of shape.
And I guess because of that, I guess, and this last couple questions, the reason why you were able to accept this fight, last few weeks beforehand, because you were already were you trained for another fight, or were you just training?
I was just in the gym, and I didn't even think I would fight 2020 with after the letdown October 10th when there was rumors of me fighting Lipinet,
Mm-hmm.
which I was going to beat on that night because I went through a whole training camp for him. And then it fell through. I was kind of giving up on fighting on 2020, but if you know me, I'm in the gym, just fooling around, always in the gym, doing my road work. And so I had, to answer your question, I had time to work on a game plan instead of trying to make weight or any of that stuff.
Well, last question before we let you go. What do you want to say to the fans before we see you enter the ring against Jaron Boots Ennis this Saturday night live on Showtime?
Just know that the guy you see in the ring, look at me and know that I'm fighting for so much more. I'm excited. I promise that I'm gonna give my best, and no excuses. But the guy you see in the ring is happy that night. Whatever, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm excited. That's what they just know, man. I'm in good spirits.
And where do we find you on social media?
Instagram, Chris Van Heerden 001. Twitter, The Heat 001. Fan page on Facebook, Chris Van Heerden.
There you have it, Chris. You're a class act, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday night. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you along the way as you get some more big fights. Thank you very kindly.